Okay,
So
so
hopefully
hopefully
audio
audio
isn't
isn't
going to
going to
suck
suck
on
on this
this
because
because
I'm
I'm
getting
getting
two
two
audio
audio
sources,
sources,
aren't I?
aren't I?
Check,
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 check. You
check.
know
You
what?
know
I'm
what?
going
I'm
to
going to
turn
turn
off.
off this one so that you only get one. Yeah, I made the mistake of starting a 3D print for Tristan this morning that I thought would be done by now. It's a deck box. Not done. So unfortunately, that means that you're going to get a little bit of noise in the background. Is it really bad? I hope it's not really bad. Um, we'll see how it goes. Let's go. Let's do this, and we'll see where we end up. But when we last left off, I was doing the box number 3 build, and we found that there is just so much stuff in box number 3. 5 sets in this one that we just didn't get it all. But here's where we are right now with the cockpit. Stuff isn't glued in here. That wasn't glued in here before. Oops, there we go. I think it looks great. And then we've got a bunch of stuff on sprue that I did some dry brush painting on to kind of pop out the ridges on the metal and stuff. So those are all dry. Those are ready to go. There's another one of those panels right there. I think they look awesome with the dry brush. And then we glued the seats for the chair, the Millennium Falcon for the chess. Not Sabat. What is it? It's oh, brain is fried from too much Christmas. So much Christmas, my brain is gone. Um, we'll call it Dom Jot for now. It's not Dom Jot. All right, so we have. I think that was box 8 we were in the middle of, or just finished with. Let's see where we're at with the stuff in box 8. Um, so we did glue the little red dot on there. That's right. We did the floor of the hold. I did a dry or a wash on that, and the seat support. Okay, we did not. We didn't do the seat support. Then we were going to assemble the seat. All right, so we left off in the middle of the seat. Cool. Cool. So let's get the rest of this box out of the way. We'll come back to. Oops, sorry. Jeez. Maybe a sturdier phone solution, because any movement on this table is gonna make you guys get you guys a little seasick. Might need to work on that. Oh yeah, that's right. It's the other thing we did. Got the all the little parts on the inside of this guy glued in. Yes. So let's see where we're at here. Hmm? Piecing box here, this box right here. There it is. All right, so yeah, they point out that there's a little raised instrument panel right here as well. Um, that could do get a little dry brush action. Why not? It'll take 5 seconds. I'll just be really careful to not touch that part when I'm gluing stuff together. Those of you in the chat right now, oh, sound keeps cutting out. Oh, well, shoot. Well, shoot, not sure what I can do about the sound cutting out, because I'm not sure if that's an issue with network or with this damn 3D printer cutting the microphone. Well, just a quick little dry brush on that. Again, makes all the difference in the world. Really makes the details of this thing pop out. Kind of crazy. Okay, so we're going to take this guy and we're going to fit it into here. Actually, it's funny, this almost feels like it doesn't need. Oh yeah, that is just a friction fit right there. Then we're going to put some drops of glue on this guy. Get a little bit on here, here, and here. And then we're going to pop this onto here. Very gently and carefully. Pop. Yeah, super careful. Bang! A tiny bit of excess plastic on this that I'm just going to really quickly trim off with the X-Acto knife. Cool. Okay. All right. Next thing is the seat light fitting, which is right here. It's this gray thing with the two dots on it. That is going to go right there. And it's another thing that they recommend we paint. Probably would have been really smart of me to oh, weird. Well, sorry, man apart. Oh, I need to sign in. Yeah, it's frustrating. I apologize for the audio issue. I'm not seeing an issue with my paint cup. I'm not seeing an issue with networking, so it definitely has to be the sound of the 3D printer going in the background. I'm going to paint this guy. A little more on here. A little more water. It's a little thick. There we go. Oh, that's just the front of it is the one that needs to be painted. The back is going to be flush against the unit, so it will not be seen. Sounds good, man. Apart. Yeah, that's really weird. Wish I knew. Wish I had a better way to solve that. Alright, so what's after that gets painted and glued on? Is there something I can jump ahead to? This... Nope, this is going to be the main hold. And it's going to be the top left corner of the main hold. This area right here. And looks like this screws in, yeah? 2 of the screws supplied with issue 7. So we're going to, while we wait for that little light thing to dry, we can actually screw this guy into the bottom, and then we'll put the light in because it'll have dried by that point. I did just a little light kind of wash, light, just a little wash on there, so it shouldn't be an issue. It's funny how they go back and forth between screwing stuff in and gluing stuff in. My screwdriver is over here. Got a few different screwdrivers because sometimes they send parts over that are so darn teeny tiny that it's almost impossible to work with unless you've got a decent sized screwdriver. And which two, so we're going to be screwing looks like that's the order. Okay, so we're going to do top right and bottom left on this one. I'm going to mark it with a Sharpie. Going to try not to bump the camera. Sorry. Okay, those are the 2. Just so I can make sure that when this thing's actually on here and in its place. And I think it's probably easier for me to get the screw, at least one of these screws in first, and then match it up on the other side, than to try and match up the holes first and then get it going. So let's get that through the teeny tiny hole. The teeny tiny hole. And then we'll match this up with that. Very good. Oh, that goes on there without any... Oh, there we go. And then we'll take this and we'll screw just a tiny bit. Not that one. This one I think has a tinier. There we go. And they say, don't tighten it yet. So we won't. We're just going to have it in there enough to where it holds the piece in place, and also enough to where I can get this guy through the opening and do exactly the same thing I did with the first one, which is line stuff up, and then get the screw in place. Okay. That's a good screwdriver for that part. I think the light might be ready, so let's get the sprue cutter. And we're going to cut this thing off the sprue. Going to do this big piece too, because it's going to be A, in the way, and B, one of the next things that we assemble on this guy. So always line it up with the flat edge of the sprue, or I'm sorry, of the cutter. This thing I swear to God, you know, I question whether or not they try all these things before they print up the guides. Like, oh, you know, we should have really tried this before we printed the guides, and because I bet there's a better way we could have done a few of these things, like this guy right here. Way better way to do this sprue than the way they did it. And this is another glue deal. So what we'll do is a little drop of glue. Right. That is such a tight angle. We're going to do it the other way. We're going to glue the tabs on this guy first. Little tiny tabs. You got to make sure you don't cut those off with the you're taking off the piece. Guaranteed. Just got glue on my thumb. Let's do it this way. And then glue this son of a gun in place. Alright, we'll let that sit and hold and dry and all that. We'll line that up there so it's got a little bit of an angle to it. And we'll see what the next step is. It's going to be assembling the seat. Alright, 6 large cushions and 6 small ones on the part 6 sprue. Their backs are hollow, so you may wish to fill those that will be visible beyond the seat support. Just filling these with modeling putty seems excessive. By the way, these are another thing that I did a little bit of a paint job on, or a wash, just to give them a nice 3D effect. Okay, so we've got we're gonna do a little sanding on these after the sprue, just to, because this one, these are fairly large modules, cushions, so okay, big cushions are off. Let's do the small ones. Same way. Right around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. You'll start losing these. Judging by the looks of these are going to be glued on. By the way, sprue cutter, no joke. Gotta be careful with those things. I have cut my finger with them before. Alright. Check. Yeah, this one could use a little treatment on the sanding stick. Looks good. We'll just give all of these a little bit of a once over. Sanding stick is, we're just going to actually use a little bit of sandpaper and run it on there. Because these things are so small, trying to line up a tiny sanding stick with a tiny little edge of these where the sprue was, way easier to do it this way. And you gotta look to see, because they weren't all connected to the sprue the same way. So gotta look and see where the little nubbins are, and make sure to cut them off at the right place. Those of you just joining, this is the Millennium Falcon build. We're just kind of sanding off the little cushion parts. These are the little cushions that go in the seat area. There are 6 each of 2 different sizes, big and small. And we're just taking off the little tiny bits of plastic where we pulled these off the sprue. This is going to be Glue City, because all 12 of these let's see, looks like it's going to go in place first, thank goodness. And we're going to do a little test fit on this. Alright, so this is the butt of the cushions, or the buttons guys are going to go into these little spots around it, like so. Right, see how they go in there and how nice they look? They look like little Darth Vader faces, don't they? Kinda a little bit if you imagine it. Maybe little stormtrooper faces. Yeah, these look like they're going in just fine. There was one I was a little worried about that looked like it had a little extra stuff. Is that it? No, these all test fit really nicely. Cool. Beautiful. Alright, so this is going to get glued in here. Press the 3 pins on the seat base into 3 holes in the floor so that it's flush with the seat support. Drop of glue in each socket and turn. So this item itself won't get glued in. It just press fits right in there very nicely. Look at that. And then what we'll do for the glue is use a piece of discarded plastic, like this guy right here. We're going to put some glue on it, and I'm just going to dab each piece into that little glue reservoir, as opposed to trying to glue each piece. It does mean we have to operate fairly quickly here, because this goes pretty quick. This stuff dries pretty quick, so we want to make sure we do this whole operation like a split. Right? Alright, first seat in. We dab, dab, dab. Dab, dab, dab. Then we put it in the little seat socket. Then we take the next piece. Dab, dab, dab. Jam that in there. 3 down. 9 to go. Number 4. Right in place. Number 5. These really are sliding in beautifully, like right into where they need to go. Alright, another biggie. That I can feel the glue is starting to get a little tacky, like it's holding on when I after I dab the piece and pull it away. Actually looks like I need to give myself a little more glue too. So we'll do that. Get a little more glue in there. Also, for those of you just joining us, the sound issue is because I'm 3D printing a deck box for Tristan that I thought would be done by now. I thought I gave myself plenty of time, and I did not, apparently. So, my apologies if you're getting 3D printer noise along with the Brian noise that you're used to getting. Little Brian noise. Never hurt anybody. And then that. Oh, that one. There we go. And then we are on the very last one of 12. And right there in place. Nice and snug and beautiful. Alright. There we go. That is the seat where Han and Chewie and everybody play that weird, funky 3D chess game. And remember that that piece, that 3D chess board, actually came already. It was in box number 1. It's right there. And that will go right in the center of this. Not sure when we'll be doing that, if that's in the next box or what, but that goes in there like so. Look how cool that is. That is so cool. That is so cool. Says the completed assembly is only temporary, as you will find it easier to fit the walls later on if you remove the seat and seat support. So basically, we're waiting for this thing to dry, and then we're gonna pull the seat thing that I just put in there. We're gonna pull it out, and because it's easier to put the walls in apparently when that's not in. So let's look ahead to box 9. Oh, box 9 includes some electronics. Sweet. Battery box, wiring connector, hull plating. We've got, oh nice, this is great. So really, we're not touching anything with the chess deal for the remainder of box 9. So that's kind of cool. We'll be able to let that dry. Get box 9 out. Let's take a look at the contents of box 9. Let's get this out of here so that it can dry without any issues. And in the meantime, let's get out the contents of box 9. Make sure not to lose any tiny screw packets because they're good at providing very tiny screw packets. Yeah, normally I would actually use my 3D printer's plate to as a little storage place for stuff. Just notice they do not provide any batteries, so we're going to have to go get some batteries real quick. I do keep a box of rechargeables going at all times. Nothing else in there. Okay. So these are some extra wires, and then we've got our basic wiring harness, a little off-on deal, and then a battery pack. We'll slide this guy down. Got to unscrew it first. Cool. All right, for W. We're back. The question is, how charged are these batteries? We're about to find out. I charge them before I put them in storage in the little 3D printed battery box that I've got, but I don't know how how charged they are. So if this doesn't light up, it could be multiple factors that are keeping it from being lit up. All right, we got that. And then we're supposed to plug this in to here. Only goes in one way because there's a little doodad on it. Okay, that is in. And let's take a look and see. Oh, stuff does light up. Look at that. Oh, too light, too bright in here. Let's go without light, if that helps. Ooh, the instrument panel lit up. That is pretty doggone cool. Nice. Okay, slick. Pretty slick. Gently pull the thing back out of here. Nope, see? This is what the big problem with some of these pin-based deals. If they don't have that thing soldered the right way on the board, you might end up pulling the little, and that's what I almost did right there, is that little plastic guy pulls right off the board if you're not careful. So you want to make sure. There's like a tool you can get too that keeps from doing this, but it's so persnickety. You want to just be very careful when you pull that guy out. All right, battery pack working. Cockpitting. We're going to finish assembling the cockpit. Each light-proof sticker needs 2 small cutouts to clear the mounting lugs. So here's our, we'll come back to that frame piece right there. These are the little light blocker stickers. Got 2 of them in here. Each light-proof sticker needs 2 small cutouts to clear the mounting lugs in the passage tube, as in step 3. Mark these out 17 millimeters long and 6 millimeters wide, then cut them out as shown. You kidding me? You guys can provide it already cut out? So, is it just a... It is just... Gotcha. So it's just basically on one side, 17 millimeters by 6 millimeters. The biggest damn ruler ever. Let's do, yeah, we'll use this one. And we'll just mark it with a little Sharpie. A little Sharpie. Okay. Double check the number, 17 millimeters long. So that is going to be, each one of those is 10. So 17 is going to be right there. I'm going to have finer point Sharpies than this big fat Manajana. And we're breaking out the glasses. Why? Because Brian is an old man. An old man. That's right, folks. Brian is an old man. And then we do 6 on this side. Oh, for Pete's sake. Come on, screwdriver, quit messing with me here. There we go. Fine point Sharpie. And what we'll do is we'll just repeat on the other side. Making sure to put the 6 millimeter on the same side. And same with the 17. Line that up with 1.5. I'm sorry, 1.7 to get 17. 1.7 centimeters. There it is. And then That looks like those two things are equal. So now we'll break out the scissors. Better to cut. Oh, I do have my... Believe me, dude, I got loops to see up close. Are you kidding me? I have a magnifying glass and readers, JK Grammar. Because I need them both. Alright. Is that really... That's the 6 right there? Ah, see, I almost effed up. I almost effed up, and I almost effed up and said the word F. The word that F stands for, right? That. I did 6 from the other side. So remark. Remember, folks, measure twice, cut once. What they say. Hey, JK, did you have a good Christmas, man? Alright. One thing cut. What's cool is I'm going to use one to mark the other one. No sense in doing the whole operation twice. We'll just stack one on top of the other as a template. Shebang, shebang, shebang. And that gives me my marks to cut. The same 17 by 6 that I did on the other side, on the other strip. Cut. Cut. I don't know what I did with the pieces. Put them up there. That's what I'm going to do now. Cut. And cut. Okay. We now have the appropriate cuts made. Oh, that's good. A little family time. We also spent some time with my mom and uncle and everybody on that side of the family, and then we went over to Tina's parents and spent time, or Tina's mom's house, and spent time with her. Okay, peel off the backing. Position the sticker carefully with its edge against the chouts, clearing the mounting lugs. So, I am looking at this, and this looks like it is... These are the two pieces that they're using here. That one with a cutout there, and that one with a cutout there. Alright, so these are the guys. So these are where the those little blackout stickers are going to go. I'll do one and show you, and then we can go from there. Basically, they're going to go, interestingly, on the inside of this bulkhead. So we're going to line things up very carefully with the edge there. Actually, maybe we're going to make it curved first so that it's easier to kind of place in the groove lined up. Just got to really do a good job of guesstimating how things are going to line up. That, my friends, pretty darn close. Yeah, little off. It was a little tiny bit off. Oh gosh, yeah. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I know, dude. I know. Listen, you figure out how to get a 25th hour added to every day, and I will use that 25th hour to play Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Are you streaming it too? That's cool. There we go. So that is how you get that piece in there. Look how nice that looks. Now we're going to repeat the process for this other one, and again it goes, you'd think it would go on the outside of those two little lug nutty things, but it does not. It goes on the inside. So we curve it, and then we place one side flush with the top edge. Oh, that one just sunk into place perfectly. Look at that. I mean, that one was instantaneous. Bam, bam, bam. If they made, you're not, you're not wrong, JK. If they came out with Breakpoint and it was a marble, yeah, I'd be all in. I totally would be. You're not at all wrong. Yeah, see, the other thing with the Iron Man, I'm just going to complain one more time about their Millennium Falcon thing. It's like they didn't think as much ahead on this as they did with the Iron Man deal, because for Iron Man, they want the battery lead still connected to the cockpit when I put it in here. At least with Iron Man, they when you worked on a piece, you didn't have a whole crap ton of pieces. When you got a box and you put the stuff together from that box, you didn't have a crap ton of stuff left over like you do with this one. Like with this one, you work on a box, and then you've got a bunch of extra stuff left over, and then you work on another box. Look at these leads. I'm going to take a little bit of tape and just keep them back together here. So much stuff left over on these. You know what I'm talking about, JK. You did the Iron Man. You know how, for the most part, let's make sure things still work. Yep, things are still lighting up good. Alright, we're going to put this into fit the cockpit assembly into the base of the passage tube. This is the base. You can tell because it's got a little blaster hole on the bottom of it. Like, and then this guy goes, where does it go? There are many, many grooves for this thing to fit into, and it looks like that is the one because it matches up with those two holes perfectly. Okay. Then we're going to take the cover, the top deal, this guy right here, and this is another one where they give you like little sticky decals and they come apart. That's right, a little extra screw. Alright, let's see here. How does this line up? So looking at the way they've got it, it is, yep, good. And then this little tabby tab goes towards the backy back. So we're going to rotate this guy around so that it matches. Listen, I want to match their view exactly when I put this guy in here. And it is going to go up and over. Ah, okay. It goes over that. Interesting. Interesting. Let's hole. Oh, that made this guy slide around in his little groove. Oh, come on now. Why don't you stay in your groove? Stay in your groove, man! Alright, and the little tabbies go towards the back. So yeah, that goes on the inside here, it looks like. Are you kidding me? There is so much stuff. This is where you need an assistant. Like I need a third hand for this thing. That goes in there like so. and just goes in there. No clicking into place, no nothing. Just that. And then this guy goes on top of it. You gotta do it relatively quickly because something's not. What's not lined up? There we go. Pretty sweet. All right. Pretty cool. One more time with the Falcon cockpit right there. Oops. Let's do it right there. And voila! Look at that. Just like that. And finally, take the cockpit shell and link ring. It's funny that they act like any of this stuff, these other shells, like any of them glued together. We haven't glued any of this together yet. So there's that. And then this guy will go on top. Oh, killing me, Dingustini. Yeah, line that up with that. Line this side up with that. Nope, that is so not lined up. That is lined up, and that should I say, should just slide right on. And it is not. And that, there we go. Those are not fully closed. Could that be a problem? I don't know. I don't know. Could be. Maybe not. Maybe. Maybe not. Stuff is not... These things should be just sliding right into place, and they are not. And I don't want to super force it, but I also want to put enough pressure on it that it doesn't break something, that it goes on. Let's do it upside down. Hey baby, let's do it upside down. That's still it's just like it is really close to snug to want to get on here, but oh yeah, and you stream, that's right, you want to do the restream, I guess is what it's called. You want to do that from your Xbox, right? Yeah. Don't think there's a way to do it. Come on. Gently go on here, because I'm not going to press so hard that I break something. Oh god, come on now. This shouldn't be so difficult. And here's the question. If I get this on, will I ever be able to get it off again? Oh, I know, I'm just giving you so much material to work with, people. Yeah, and that is lined up as you can get. That little square deal is going in there, that little groove, but this is just... There's just something that is... Aha! Aha, he said. There we go. Yeah, that's never coming back off, is it? Look at that. And then, oh, PS4, that's right. PS4. And then this guy goes right on the front. There is no pressure fitting this guy. Like, he is basically, this guy needs to be glued once time is ready for him to be in his place. Because there is no, so he's not on there, but just to kind of give you an idea, there you go. There is the cockpit of the Millennium. Sweet, huh? Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. And that piece is going to fall off because I'm turning it this way. Oh, it's not. But you can see that guy, that front little circle bit, that's not on. That is like, that is going to have to be glued when the time comes to put it on there. All right. And now we've got some, oh, look at that. Tristan's back box is finally done. Oh, it's going to be so much quieter in here now that I've just about finished all of these things. So the exterior of the passage tube has 11 plant-on details. You'll find it easier to fit these before assembling the passage tube. So if you want to display the cockpit on its own, you may want to add these now to complete this area of the ship. However, it doesn't matter if you prefer to wait until you build the rest of the hull, as the tube is only loosely put together. Yeah, that is a thing. So the thing they're talking about are these 16 little pieces here. These guys right here. And these glue on to the exterior of the passage tube. You can see little holes where they... Oh, no worries, JK. Totally fine. You can see where these go into little openings and stuff. Do I want to glue these now? Glue these on here now? Part of me wants to wait until the hull's finished. Especially since the hull is loosely glued together, and I'm going to be having to press hard again to kind of make things fit and connect. So we are going to wait on the detailing the passage tube. So coming back to that guy. Let's see here. Okay, that completes 8 and 9, and we still have 10 and 11 to do in this set. How long have we been doing this? Ooh, just about an hour. I think we might stop here for this session. I like doing these. I like making these like an hour at a time. It makes them, I think, makes them more digestible for you guys. And because I think a 3-hour fully assembled video maybe isn't so much fun. And again, they give me a bunch of parts for the hull, and we're not doing anything with them in this issue. Yeah, we're gonna hold there. Cool. Well, that is going to do it for this assembly video for Millennium Falcon. That was your pieces 8 and 9 assembly. Once again, we are really excited about this part. I say we. I'm excited about this lit up cockpit interior. I think that looks gorgeous. So We'll stop this one here, and then we'll continue with the next one for the next video. All right, thanks for being here. And tomorrow, the Carville Countdown. Counting on the top 20. We did the top 40, 21 through 40 last week. We're doing 21 through 1. Actually, 0 is not far off because there is I always put a little surprise thing at the end of the Carverville Countdowns, and longtime listeners know exactly what that will be. Oops, guess what I just picked up? The plastic piece that I was using to hold all the glue. Just picked it up right there with my finger. Like some kind of idiot. All right, folks. That'll do it. Come to the Coverville Countdown tomorrow. See the best covers of 2023, and then stick around for another one of these videos later on in the month. Or I guess there's not much time left in the month. Later on, at the beginning of January. All right, fine. See you, everybody. Bye.